On behalf of the Agriculture New York State Horse Breeding Development Fund, I'd like to thank Wanda and Betty and the Purple team for the amazing work that they do for aftercare in New York State, and we'd love to share this spotlight on an amazing organization.
The Purple Haze Standardbred Adoption Program was created in 2018 by Wanda Policini. Her dream was always to have a program where she could retrain Standardbreds off the track and rehome them. And all of the horses come from the racetracks or from breeding farms. We're not a sanctuary. The horses don't live here forever. They come in, they get retrained, and they go back out. In most instances, they can be used for trail horses or light riding. But for the most part, they all have a job that they like to do, and we try to train them and find homes for them to have a good life. When they come in, we do groundwork with them where they learn manners, they learn to walk, trot, canter, they learn verbal cues. The majority of them have never been ridden, so that is something that they need to get used to, weight on their back. We evaluate the horses' personalities because as we do the adoptions, we try to match them up with families or adopters to ensure that the horse is going to go to a good place. And we feel that trust is something that the adopters in the program grow together. We call it the Purple Family, and having that network helps ensure that these horses stay in the homes that they're in.
I began volunteering for a Purple Haze Standardbred adoption program about 4 years ago after I adopted my first 2 Standardbreds. I just really fell in love with the breed and Betty and Miss Wanda's mission here and the great job that they do with the horses, and Betty feels that the horses benefit. So being a veterinarian, I do some soundness exams for them. I'm also certified in animal chiropractic, so I will do adjustments up here. Those seem to make a big difference for these horses. I just feel like Betty and the volunteers are the boots on the ground putting Miss Wanda's mission. Betty really wants what's best for these horses. I feel like she does a great job of pairing the horses with the potential adopters. She just has a knack for it.
When the horses are leaving, it's kind of bittersweet because we've gotten to know the horses. When they leave and a week later we call and check on them, and these people are just glowing and they send us pictures of the day they get them home, and a week later when they're out riding them for the first time on the trails and how wonderful they are, it just makes you feel really good, and it feels like what you're doing matters. The best way that people can help us is through sponsorships, donations, volunteering, and internships. Our biggest need is always funding. I've known Wanda for at least 25 years. The things that she does for the standardbred industry and for the thoroughbred industry is just phenomenal. Everything I do here is really about Wanda and her dream. I would love to see permanent funding for the program. The horses deserve it, and I would love to see Wanda's dream go on.